you know. But can I just elaborate as well? The picture was done like a few months before that all actually happened. Do you know what I mean? But I still wasn't in a great place. But I wasn't weaponizing nothing. I was just saying, like, how else do you want me to prove it? I ain't got no fucking paperwork, you know? It's like, but I do also, like, I mean, with her, she jumps in alive and she sounds absolutely fine, you know, but I think at the same time, it's because she knows she's done wrong. But I don't believe in hate campaigns, and I actually don't. I have sat there myself and sat there and thought, like, I hope she understands, like, it's because it wasn't just her, there was other people involved, you know. But again, I can't help think that, well, it's, you know, you do it to others. And then I remember last year and I'm like, actually, you know, but I want everyone to be adults about it, not like fucking awful shit. Do you know what I'm saying? You can have a clever opinion. Do you know what? It's not that it's out, and it's not to have a hate train against someone or for someone's platform, because I'm good enough standalone on my own. I don't need anyone else's. I'm me, you know? But at the same time, I'm glad now that it's like no one's got anything on me now. It's one of those things where it's like you can't weaponize it against me, you know? Yeah, and she didn't go back because I don't think she was avoiding it. She just didn't go back late. See, I'm not unfair. I'm not unfair, you know. I'm not a complete arsehole, but again, for like the last 6, 7 months, I think ever since I did this show, you know, it's just been a ball ache behind the scenes. I've had to. Oh, sorry. What have I missed? Big up for the subs, guys. Thank you, and the gifts. But it's just, yeah, for like Cinder's. Oh, is this Cinder's new account? Let me follow it back. Like, it's just like for the last 6 months, it's always been like like just general like negativity, you know. Yeah, it's just, and I do appreciate everyone's support. Like from tomorrow, obviously she's going to be on, and then I'm just anything that I just hope she, whatever. I've said all I've had to say. You know, sometimes you can't argue with stupid. Like in Nat Geezer's box, like you can't argue with stupid. So it's just a waste of time. You know. I mean, I didn't know she wanted to do a deep dive. No, I ain't gonna find nothing. You know what I mean? Went in care, bit of a slut in my younger years. Like, what? I'll be talking about it on my podcast anyway. You know? I'll be talking about it on my podcast anyway. But it's just satisfying because I think like, especially with people like Mama Kaz, I think people were starting to see like true form, what's done in darkness comes to light, and how they work and how they scramble and how it's just like chat shit, you know. And I think it's my truth and it's my opinion, you know, and it's what I went through is what I went through, nobody else. So that having other creators gatekeep that just to keep me sweet, or you know, it's like, oh, we won't step out of line. Because every time I had beef with Mama Kaz, and I just I'd show her on the show for like 40 seconds, throw a bit of shade and move on to fucking conspiracy theories. It weren't that deep. And then it's like, oh, you know, you don't want Mama Kaz bringing all that stuff up because, you know, I don't want to get involved. And it's like, oh, fuck off. Because it weren't even like that. Like, I'm like, you know, and I think when you've got so much support, and like, I've got amazing friends in the background as well. Like, when you have all of that, whereas I didn't have that last year, because, you know, I was still coming up on the app, my content was popping off, people were getting to know me, and then the first big thing that happens is, oh, he's a scammer, when it weren't the case at all, you know, so it didn't really destroy my platform. But not having, I think the last year, big up, thank you, Becky. I think the last year people have just seen me be me and myself. Like, I ain't got nothing to hide. I ain't got no airs and graces. You know, I genuinely love what I do. So it's not like you don't know me by now. Like, I think people can get a good idea of people when you watch them, how they talk, how they explain themselves, their actions. You know, I'm just me, innit? I'm riddled with ADHD. Don't know me ass from me elbow sometimes. And suck on a straw with my gingivitis gums. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I see these people, like, I used to beef these people at school. Big up, Angie. Thank you, darling. I used to beef these types of people at school, and I think having a narcissistic dad coming out of a dodgy ex-relationship that I was in for years, you know, and being surrounded by, like, I was always like, how to explain it? I was never a cool kid, you know. I was always a bit of a kooky one. I like the weird and wonderful, you know. So but I'd always like be on the sidelines sort of thing. So I've always had those strange, horrible chavs around me. Does that make sense? So I've watched people be toxic from a distance. I've been around it. I've been around that energy, and I watch over the years, and especially like being in care and stuff like that. I've watched over the years, and you see traits, and everyone has these same traits, and you pick up on stuff, and you sort of like learn it, you know, and it's like, and it's just, I don't know, I go on a lot of instinct as well. Papa Blaze, big up. Thank you, Papa Blaze. Like, I just get like vibes too. And I've never really been wrong, you know. Like, Miami was ruined for me. Miami, the moment that plane touched down, all of them had kittens. And it just fucked the whole week for me because I just felt on edge and I couldn't genuinely, like, create what I wanted to, and my head was in it because sometimes I'm an overthinker as well, you know. So big up for the gifts, thank you everyone. I'm a massive overthinker. So when you've got a group of people that you know are awful and you're about to network and meet just amazing creators, international, you know, because that's what I love to do. I love to create. And I thought, this is me leveling up. And then you've got a group of people behind the scenes going rah, 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 rah. Yeah, and it's like, it's hard, and you sort of, your funk's messed up, you know, you're cloudy. So I just did the basic and the bare minimum because I was in my head, you know. Oh, MK's massively jealous, 100%. It oozes out of her soul. Oozes out of her soul, you know. But it's just like, yeah, big up Derby Dunn, big up Cozza, thank you. It was just tainted from the get-go, and it was just a thing that they ruined. You know, it was just another thing that they ruined, and all sorts. It's just a ball ache. Are you ready to inject some fun back into the app?
Absolutely, Roots, darling.
Booyaka, I haven't got my sound.
Booyaka.
Booyaka, you.
Nostrils.
Oh, you bitch.
Do you know what? I just had Brett Boy in and I managed to affect him so bad. He was like, "You're not famous, darling." And I turned around and I went, "You're not famous unless you're on with me, because that's the only time you're on the FYP, darling." He got so affected. I was like, "Oh no." His face just changed. I've never seen more personality or energy in him before than when I said that.
Did a hair strand move?
I know, I did.
Oh.
I was like, oh. Oh, darling.
But what was it? Let me request you after, because I'm just having a bit of a ranty roo.
That's all right, darling. I'll catch you after.
We love you, Dead Wings. Everyone, please follow our Dead Wings.
Oh, thank you. And everyone go drop Zach a follow too.
Absolutely. See you later, darling. Oh, you bitch. I love Dead Wings. He's a breath of fresh air. No, I just didn't want to talk about stuff in battle because that's like, ugh. Do you know what I mean? But I just can't hear. What was it? I just can't sit. I just can't sit and listen to people chatting shit. It's like, oh my God, really? But I'm glad that people are, what's the word? Just, I want, I'm getting all tongue tied. I want people to do it the proper way rather than, you know, sort of like that. Because when people go bully mentality and all that, and don't lower yourself to other people's levels, do you know what I mean? You can have an opinion, and I think this is where we can be not political. How do I make grown up about it? You know, rather than like. But again, it's part and parcel of what we do, isn't it? And I think as well. Hi, Linda. Yeah. But the thing is, it's just I'm glad people can start seeing people in their true characters, like especially Mama Kaz, because people can just see the lies rolling off the tongue. You know, I was never in any group chats with them. I've seen group chats, but I was never in any group chats with them. And especially like with when I was asked to judge on a talent show, 100% I'll do it. You know, I carried it. That felt good to say. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like there was a lot of like, they try and like force me in the group chats or force me in this, and I'd leave straight away. Like, it was quite a lot of pressure, you know, to get me in. And I was like, nah, I ain't giving you nothing. Because of your past history. I don't trust people, you know, but also I don't need to get at people. I just said my piece, and I can't, you know, I can't blame people for being upset about it. You know, especially when they've looked up to a creator or creators and they enjoy watching these people when it's a completely different thing. No. I don't speak to any of them. I unfollowed them all ages ago. You know, after I realised what they did with the whole Pearl situation, that was it for me. You know, and I felt like that was all very much like test the water, then we won't speak about it, you know. And I was like, yeah. Let me go and get a water. I've got a dry mouth. Let me stick some tunes on. Like, I just want Tuesday to roll on where I want to carry on with my show, having a laugh. You know, I just want to carry on. Like, everyone's entitled to their say. I know the truth. That's absolutely chilling. It's my business. It was my story and my situation that no one else should have spoke about. But again, it can't be weaponised against me. And that's the only outcome I wanted. Hi, Moira. I see you. That's the only outcome I wanted. Andrew, thank you, legend. That's the only outcome I wanted, was this not to be weaponised against me and me just having my clean slate and not having... Thank you, Queenie. Not having these toxic people around me. I'm cutting away from toxicity. That's it. That's literally it. Actually, I'll go and take a coffee with me. Shall I take you in my kitchen? Let's take you in my kitchen. Thanks, everybody. That's it. I'm just breaking away from a toxic circle and away from control. You know? Davey Baby actually messaged me on Snapchat, I forgot to say, if he's watching. He messaged me on Snapchat today, then screenshotted it and was like, what was it? Said, oh, I've heard you've mentioned my name. Can you not? I'm not involved with this or any situation. So I simply replied, you very much are, with your indirect comments in the comments, saying I'm this and I'm that, when you're her little right-hand man, Penfold. You know? And then he posts that indirect, you know? So I was like, I told him in no other, well, I literally said, fuck off. I just want to be, I just want to chill. On Tuesday, I'm going to do what am I doing Tuesday? I think I'm getting my tattoo on Tuesday. I think Monday I'm just putting my fingers in my ears and ignoring it. I can't even, because the thing is on TikTok, when you respond to something, you have to respond back and it's like bam, 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 and I just can't be asked. I can't be asked. I've said what I've needed to say. I don't need to address everything else, you know? Unless, like, I have to. I'm getting this one finished. Do you want to see? My friend does it. I'm getting that one. So I'm getting Nefertiti and, like, Saturn and all of that. Yeah, and do you know what? It's just going to taint my platform and the energy in my lives and stuff if it's just going to drag it out. Because, again, it affects the audience, you know? It does affect the audience. Because it's all over the app, people are in the boxes, people are this, and you know, I just came on and I spoke how I felt and my feelings because I wanted it to stop, you know, and so many of you have got behind me, so I do really appreciate that. Hannah the Hoarder, is it? You know, so I do what I do best and we'll have a fucking laugh because I don't want it. Yeah, exactly. I don't want it just dragging on and dragging on. You know, they fucked around, they found out, that's it. Say sorry, move on, and try and be a better person without the toxic bullshit. You know, and messaging and the deep dives. Stop with the fucking exposures. People expose themselves. That'll be a first thing. Ooh. Yeah. Oh God. 1 second. There's a message. Where is it? Let me. What was it? Let me. This is a message. I won't read it all out. This is a message from Mama Kaz. I've just cropped it. Oh, the tea! Oh, oh God. Where is it? This was like weeks ago. She's just a very toxic individual and she needs help. Like, legit. Oh, is it gone? What does that say? This was in a... What shall I do about this, Zach? That was a few weeks ago. Is the sound fine? Big up, Hannah. But yeah, just, you know, Fuck them, fuck a lot of them. Evil Queen at number 1. I didn't even get a water. I've just made a coffee. Rainbow morning. And all this bullshit about resets. When am I ever on for resets? Honestly. Fuck off. I ain't staying up at midnight for nothing. Are you mad? No. You know? I know, I love my babies.